Hi, Jess.
Hi there.
Good to see you. Welcome back.
Thanks.
Glad you made it back safely. How have you been feeling?
Pretty good. Yeah, just a little
Good.
tired.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
holidays,
I know.
I'm excited for the holidays.
Yeah, me too. I love Thanksgiving. And
Yeah.
it's good. I just love seeing friends and family
I
at
know.
this time.
It's the best.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, I'm so grateful you came in today so we could go over your findings of all those exams we've done.
Cool.
We've been busy trying to figure out what exactly is going on with you and how to come up with a perfect plan for your care.
Cool.
So today we're going to go over your x-rays. We're going to go over the findings that I found in the exams that we did and also correlate that with the history that we took. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm also going to explain a little bit about what chiropractic is and what it means to me, what it means, what it could potentially mean to you, and try to explain as best I can what we're doing here.
All right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Do you have any questions right out of the gate?
No. I'm excited to see what we come up with.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, first I'm going to explain a little bit about chiropractic and my experience with it. So
Okay.
I think of the body as three main structures, right?
Okay.
There's the skeleton,
Okay.
and then there's the muscles that hold the skeleton together, and then
Okay.
there's the nervous system that moves through the bony structures of the skeleton.
Okay.
And that's all coming from the brain. So the brain is sitting here nice and protected in the skull, and then it drops a spinal cord down through the center of our canal of the vertebra that come down our spine. And then from there, the little nerves stretch out into our limbs and our organs. So a good way to see this visually is to actually, I'll show you this
Cool.
model. Yeah.
Okay.
So here's where the brain sits, and it's sending down a cord, and you can kind of see that here with the yellow, the big thick yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going down what we call the central canal, all the way down, and you can see how protected it is by the bones. Then these little tiny yellow sprigs are nerves coming out from the main cord, and they're going down our arms, into our skin, into our muscles, into our organs to help us function and navigate life. Okay. You can also see another point to notice is that there's a nice curve here. This isn't the best. It's not. It should have a little bit more of a curve. And then so there's a curve here, and then there's a curve going the other way for the thoracic spine where the ribs are, and then there's another curve coming down in the lumbar spine, which is what most of us call the low back. And we want the lumbar and the cervical curves to be mirroring each other, but this is going to be a bigger one than this. Okay, so just so you have an idea. So it's kind of making a spring-like mechanism for the cord to kind of hang. We ultimately think of it kind of dangling in this nice curvy place, and it can then function without any kind of interference.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So far?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, good. So I love this image because it gives you kind of the bigger picture where we had the brain coming down, and you can see the curves much better here in this.
Okay.
And then it comes out to the eyes, and here's it demonstrating coming into the muscles of the shoulders, and getting that full. You want that shoulder joint, especially, to be functioning in all the directions it was designed.
Okay.
So since the shoulder was actually something that you came in with as a complaint, it's important to me and ultimately to you, hopefully, that we get this shoulder moving in all the right directions, and that making sure that the nerves that feed into that shoulder are actually not being impinged coming down upstream. Does that make sense? Like either somewhere in the cord or somewhere right in those little tiny ones coming out from the cord. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so, and then they have the heart and the lungs and the liver and all the other organs affiliated coming down as you go down into the lumbar spine and then into the feet, and obviously the bones, and everybody is involved in the function of the nervous system. So if there's a diminished nervous system, there's diminished function. It's just that simple. Chiropractors, myself included, are really oriented around how do we take the interference off of those nerves so that we have full function of the entire body. Like it's a whole system that we're really looking at, and the source, according to me, is coming from the nervous system. So I am completely invested in getting your body in full functioning optimal health.
Okay.
Right? So we do use the word subluxation as a term that sometimes can be confusing for regular people. It's just like, what does that mean? But subluxation is ultimately just an interference in that nervous system function.
Okay.
Whether it's coming from blunt trauma, whether it's coming from a repetitive movement, like so if you're on a phone and you're kind of tilting your head all the time, people that are telecommunicators are always using the phone and they lift their shoulder and hold it in nice and tight, it creates this repetitive movement which causes a lot of tension and tightness on this side and a lot of stretching and underuse on this side. So the neck has to balance any movement with one side and the other. It's never just one side that we're dealing with. So that's just a simple example to explain that. And then also other things like thoughts can create subluxations and just bring down the quality of function in the body just in general by what we're thinking. If you're thinking negative thoughts and you're slouching forward, you're so easily creating a subluxation. You could be stuck in this position for a really long time and causing a repetitive movement. Ultimately, it comes back to that repetitive movement.
Yeah, I see that. Okay.
So like if you can lift and relax and find more uplifting thoughts, that also helps clear. And it also helps as part of the home care too. It can help with the adjusting that we're doing here.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's what we do is we adjust those subluxations so that we clear the interference.
Okay.
Do you have any questions about any of this?
No, it's cool to know all that. I had no idea it was, I didn't know we had all that, like spaghetti in our body.
Yeah, I tell you, it's really interesting to learn all the details of it. It's really fun. I mean, you don't need to know all the details, but I'm happy to share any of them as we go along.
Cool, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
This is also really great because you can see here a normal curve, and then you can see where things start to degenerate. Phase 1, it's a little straighter, it's a little more brighter around the edges all the way around each vertebra. Here's phase 2 where things are a little bit like all the way up.
Yeah, like kind of jaggedy.
Yeah, that's not a very doctory way to say that, but you get what I'm saying. It's not very, it's jaggedy, exactly. Yeah. And then phase 3 is pretty major degeneration. You can see the big lipping coming out here. So that's ultimately what we want to avoid.
Wow, yeah, there's a big difference.
Yeah. I'm happy to report you're not anywhere close to this.
Okay, that's great. Good to know.
I want to show you, behind here I have your x-rays. So let's take this off.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay, so this one over here is an example of the normal.
Okay.
So we have a good curve, and you can see the normal curves can vary a little bit. This one's a little less curvy than the one you saw in the picture.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Yeah, so it can vary. Your curve is not that far off, however, it is, it's pretty straight.
Seems pretty straight, yeah.
Yeah. There's some, you can see it's wanting to curve down here.
Yeah.
So you came in with the concern of neck pain and headaches, right?
Yeah.
And especially when you're looking forward, because you're a student, which is a great time.
Yeah.
You know, so great to be a student, but it's really hard to be looking down all the time and writing.
Yeah.
And you're left-handed, so, and you are having shoulder pain, so we're gonna start assessing your biomechanics of what you're doing while you're studying, what you're doing while you're sleeping. That's maybe causing more of this to be exacerbated and expressed, right? But I would really love to see if we could get a little bit more curve into the cervical spine, to your neck, so that you have a little more space for your cord, your spinal cord, and the muscles aren't as tight and tense back here.
Sure.
I'm thinking that the headaches are coming from the tension of looking down all the time. And when we're looking down, your head is heavy, and so all the muscles here in the neck and across the shoulders are what's holding you in this place. And if you're looking down a lot, it's just going to keep getting more and more intense. So we have got to keep everything flexible and moving, so probably give you some home exercises that will have you do a little bit more extension. This is the extension motion. And it should help progress and move things right along, especially if you're able to keep up with the home care.
Cool.
Okay, so as we go, I'll give you handouts that will show you those home care exercises, and we'll be really clear and explicit about what those are.
Okay.
And let's see, I first want to ask, do you have any questions about your x-rays at this point?
No, you did. This was great. That was really helpful, and
yeah,
seeing this was good too. So
it kind of looks like you're in phase 1 to me, if I were to classify that.
Yeah.
And chiropractic is historically known to help people with. This is such a manageable phase to be in.
Cool.
We can definitely help you with with at least helping you with the function of the spine. So the pain is an important concept, right? Because you're expressing pain and it's worrisome and it's not comfortable. And the pain is usually like an end result of something that's been happening for a little while. So as I am still interested and I'm taking the pain into consideration, I'm really interested in what's causing the pain. So I'm gonna have to go downstream a little bit and look when we're in forward flexion, when you're looking forward, where are we having, where in the cervical spine are we actually having the hang up? Can I free up that hang up and then help you with more, like just a better functional spine?
Cool.
Does that make sense?
It totally makes sense, yeah. Okay.
Awesome.
Great.
Great. So let's see. Did you have any other goals? You mentioned you wanted to be able to read more, and then you wanted to be feeling a little less pain. You want to be able to read without pain. You want to have less
headaches. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Great. Yeah. Well, that is. I'm very hopeful that we can make that all come together for you. We'll keep track of that along the way. And also my goal, I think I was maybe clear, but just to reiterate that I want to make sure that we got all those joints that are affiliated with the cervical spine and the shoulder, because the shoulder thing is also concerning, is making sure that the whole system is functioning with fluidity.
Cool.
I like to think of it as fluidity. This is a great example of, this is what we call a tensegrity unit or model. And if you push on one part of the thing, you'll notice the whole system is going to adapt, right? So if you can push on it yourself and feel how you can push anywhere on the, and it just, things collapse, things shift and shear.
Yeah, I see that,
And then you can think like this would be like the muscles and the fascia that hold the muscles together, and as you push on the hard bony structures and it gets stuck there, these go slack, these get tight. And so that's how the muscles help lead us to what really is the problem.
Cool. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, great. Okay. So it looks like for your care, we will be needing to see you about 2 times a week. First for a little while. I think I have a re-eval scheduled for you in 8 weeks. So we'll go for 8 weeks with 2 times a week if that feels doable to you. Do you think that would work for your schedule?
Yeah, I can find time for that.
Awesome.
It sounds important.
It's super important. Because if you go to work out once a week, by the time you get back to the workout the next week, you've pretty much lost everything you've gained in that time. So it's really essential to space it out so that you get a workout, you do your regular life, maybe you do a few other things like go for a hike or something like that, you come back to the workout, you work on those things you have a goal around, right? And then you come back again, and it just keeps that ticking along, right? So we just want to keep up with it if we can, and it requires both you and I making that happen.
That makes sense.
So I'll have the front desk person help you, we'll have you sign a form and everything, just so you get a clear image of what that plan is. And at the re-eval, we're going to go over some more tests again and just see where we're at. And if you have more and less pain and how that's going.
That sounds really cool.
Good. Okay, and then do you, let's see, do you have any other questions at this point?
No. It's good.
Awesome.
Sounds really good.
Perfect. I'm really excited to see how this goes. And I think it'll be great. Super great to know you.
Cool.
Awesome. See you soon.
Okay, bye.